One of the most classic examples of a beat-em-up, and one of the games people synonymously think of when they hear the term beat-em-up, is Golden Axe, released in 1989 by Sega. This is the Sega Genesis version we're going to be taking a look at today. While the game has seen releases on the Sega Master System, the Amiga, and the Atari ST, among others, this is the version that is most true to the arcade. As far as the plot, you're not going to get anything fancy or out of the norm here. In the plot of Golden Axe, three warriors, Gilius Thunderhead the dwarf, Axe Battler the warrior, and Tyrus Flare the Amazon, set out on a quest to rescue Uria and avenge their losses at the hands of Death Adder. The graphics and gameplay at the time, especially this early in the Sega Genesis lifespan, are very good and almost arcade perfect. Golden Axe is also one of the first, if not the first, beat-em-up game to feature the ability to ride on beasts. There's a few different types of beasts, or Bizarrians as they're known in this game. There are the dragons and the little pink and yellow guys that swipe their tails. I prefer the dragons, obviously, because they spit fire. There are various abilities for each character in the game, and they vary depending on who you choose. As for example, Gilius Thunderhead the dwarf has very low magic and very low speed, but has high attack power. Axe Battler is probably the most balanced of all three. By tapping the A button, you can use your magic spells, which can be found throughout the game by kicking little blue dwarfs. After you complete a level, you are at a campsite. When you wake up, there are dwarves at the campsite, and you just go to town kicking them and see how much magic you can get. Most characters hold up to 4, but I believe the girl holds 6. The game's not too hard and the game's not too tough. To make it to the end isn't quite that challenging. You can beat this game in an hour. In addition to the main quest, some home versions of the game, including this one, had duel mode, a survival mode type game that pitted players against increasingly powerful foes in consecutive rounds of play. Kinda think of the original Double Dragon for the NES in the Versus mode. This mode also featured a 2-player one-on-one option, which when I was a child is the main version I played in this game the most. So, bottom line, if you're looking for some cheap thrills, a quick fix, Golden Axe is a perfect route to go. I don't know how it's possible if you're over the age of 21 that you've never heard or played this game, but if so, you need to experience one of the most influential games ever made at the time. There were 2 more Golden Axe releases for the Sega Genesis, Golden Axe 2, which is an exclusive to the Sega Genesis, and Golden Axe 3, which is also exclusive but was only released in Japan. The Golden Axe 3 version can be experienced in Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, released for the Xbox 360. Also, remember how I said there's a Sega Master System version of the game? A lot of people don't even know that version exists, and as far as that version, stay away. Stay far away.